emotionally open our minds and collectively bring us strength, we have the great privilege this afternoon of welcoming an incredible talent. She's a renowned poet and gender advocate for Nigeria and from Nigeria. She's a voice for young, emerging Africans. Ladies and gentlemen, please meet Mariam Bukar Hassan, also known as Alhanislam. And she's written a poem especially for you today at the Women's Forum. Please give her a warm welcome.
When we talk about reconciliation, we must acknowledge the things that are designed to be neglected. Where I am from, Africa, Nigeria, neglected tropical disease disproportionately affects women. And when we further dive into reconciliation, we must be ready to break the old patterns. And you will agree with me that it is time to break the old patterns. For what you think you know can still be a cage. And know that in every pillar holding up this world, there are cracks. And now more than ever, we must see them all. Break the old patterns. The house that refuses to rebuild will one day watch its roof cave in. Oh, poem after poem, the voices have been calling, their cries like drums sounding from deep in the earth. And all they ask is release from the chains. Will you answer? Or do we not come from a lineage of change makers, men who rise like mountains, women who bend rivers with their will, to show us once more the path that we've buried in the dust, the roads that lead into unspoken territories where there are people waiting to speak every word you've given to them, to shout every truth, to echo every hope. Break the old patterns. The woman who stands tall in her own skin is a fire no wind can blow out. Watch as the sky learns to stretch its boundaries. Oh, there is no greater force than a chorus of voices breaking free of silence, demanding a new dawn. For the truth will always crack the stone, and the voices of the free can crumble even the highest of walls. And so I say, if a woman is the seed, then is she not the garden? Does a garden of wildflowers bend to the weight of an ancient hand? Will you not lift the stone from the backs of our sisters and take her from the shadow to the seat of her power? Are there whispers? Do they say her place is in silence, the background? Do they ask why she needs to lead when her grandmother could not? But tell them, the difference between a woman who dreams and the one who is awake is freedom. Tell them, the woman who speaks can bend the tide with her words. Tell them, there is so much power out there waiting to be claimed, but only those who break the mold are giving wings. The great call has been made, but heavy, like a weight that has gone unchecked. The structure weakens, because every moment a girl is told to lower her gaze, to quiet her thoughts. And she wonders, what would my world look like without this ceiling? And what is the color of my ambition when it is unleashed? Is there space for me in this world, in my country, she asks. And I ask you today, how many hands will it take to tear down these walls, and how many voices to create a song, a poem, something of change that will last forever? How many truths can you feel rising in your chest today? Oh, break the old patterns. I do not come to you by chance, and history is a will that every now and then we get to push forward. And what is peace if not a world where power is shared and voices rise without fear? And when the future arrives, will we be ready? Will our daughters be ready? Will there be enough space for them to stand tall in their brilliance? Break the old pattern. The girl beside you holds the future. like a promise, a dream waiting to be fulfilled. Do not look away. Thank you.